Well, greetings friends. Today we're finishing up the book of Acts chapters 26 to 28, and it's Paul's journey to Rome. Now remember, he had three missionary journeys, a journey to Jerusalem, and now he's on his way to Rome. And right in the middle of these three chapters, chapter 27, he has a shipwreck. Now this was not the first of Paul's crises and his troubles. We know that when he started following the Lord, he had trouble after trouble. He was a persecutor of Christ, and but on his way to Damascus, in chapter number 9, the Lord arrested him, and he worked as hard for the Lord as he after he became a Christian as he did against him before so. But we find that when he signed up, so to speak, to follow the Lord, he had a lot of difficulties, a lot of problems. In fact, in chapter number 11 of 2 Corinthians, he writes in beginning in verse 23, he says, I had far more imprisonments with countless beatings and often near death. 5 times I received at the hands of the Jews 40 lashes less one. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. We know that in chapter 14 in Lystra. 3 times I was shipwrecked. Now, this shipwreck in chapter 27 was not even included in that one because this was written beforehand. A night and a day I was adrift at sea, on frequent journeys and dangers from rivers, dangers from robbers, dangers from my own people, dangers from Gentiles, danger in the city, danger in the wilderness, danger at sea, danger from false brothers, in toil and hardship, through many sleepless nights, in hunger and thirst, often without food, in cold and exposure, and apart from other things, there's the daily pressures of me on my anxiety for all the churches. Friends, I want to say that when Paul, he did not have an easy life, but something drove him. He had the Holy Spirit within him, that power, that boldness that God gives us. And I want to say, friends, that you and I also must have this same boldness, this same power. Now, the book of Acts is actually called the Acts of the Apostles, and it ends quite abruptly. In other words, there's no conclusion. And some have suggested that the book of Acts is still being written today. And therefore, you and I, we are included in the Acts of the Apostles if we're believers. And I want to encourage you, what will they say about you and I? What will be written about you and I? Will it be written that we had the power of God, the victory and the authority, and that we were able to cast out devils, heal the sick? Will it be written about that for you and I? I want to encourage you, friend, let's get full of the power of God, and let's have something written good about us as Paul had written about him. Well, listen, you have a wonderful day. We'll see you again tomorrow as we begin the book of Romans. Bye-bye.